like our shoes on the golden ground.
Hi, I'm Kellyjo Coney-Khan, and I'm glad you're here. Welcome to home, where you come to reset your nervous system and rewire your week. Today's episode is called Staying with Yourself When You're Triggered. And I think this one is one of the most important things we can learn. Not how to never get triggered, not how to become perfectly calm all the time, but how to stay with ourselves while it's happening. Because many of us abandon ourselves very quickly when we're triggered, and usually don't even realize that we're doing it. We can override what we feel, criticize ourselves for reacting, get distracted, and even shut down, or try to fix the feeling immediately, or run away from the feeling. Honestly, that makes sense. When something painful gets activated, your system wants relief. One thing I've noticed over and over again, both personally and in what I do, is that people often don't actually need perfection in those moments. They need presence, perseverance, and perception. Staying with yourself can look much smaller than most people imagine. It's not sitting cross-legged, meditating for an hour while your nervous system is screaming at you. Sometimes it's simply noticing something just shifted in me for a moment, and then not immediately turning against yourself for it. It could be that your chest tightened, that your thoughts sped up, that your body got up and moved away from your brain, or you suddenly felt rejected, embarrassed, overwhelmed, angry, disconnected, ashamed, or unsafe. It's not easy to not spiral into the story, but it can be done if you start by staying with the experience just for a few extra seconds, not forcing it to go away or feeding it either, but just staying. That's where regulation quietly begins. Not in pretending you're okay, not in learning you can survive being emotionally activated without abandoning yourself in the process. This changes relationships too. When anyone leaves themselves internally, they often either cling harder to others or disconnect completely. When you can stay connected to yourself, even a little, something steadier starts to emerge. You become less frightened of your own internal experience. Ironically, that's usually when the feelings begin to soften, not because you forced it to, because your system no longer feels alone with it. And repeated often enough, they become the rhythm your nervous system learns to trust. And I know that I repeat this line many times over, because this line is key. Repeated often enough, they become the rhythm your nervous system learns to trust. Your nervous system needs to trust you first. So here are your 3 neuro nuggets for this week. Steady, practical, and human. 1. Try this when you're not triggered first. Spend a little time thinking about your values and needs. If you're unsure, look up a needs list and a values list, and notice which words make your body soften, exhale, or feel more like you. 2, think of 3 people, real or imagined, who make you feel or have made you feel more settled. They could be people from your past, present, people you hope to meet in the future, figures from books, podcasts, films, or even someone you've only met briefly. The important part is that around them, you felt fully seen, fully soothed, and completely safe, calmer, and more yourself. 3, picture those people slowly and stay with the sensations in your body rather than the thoughts in your head. When your mind starts analyzing, judging, spiraling, or reacting, gently come back to your breathing first, and then back to the feeling of those people. Notice any small sense of steadiness, warmth, openness, or security in the body. This can be done in 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or 20 minutes. And I'd recommend starting really small. So this week, when something shifts inside you, try not to leave yourself there. Activate old support in your body now. Pause, notice, and stay, even briefly. Next week on Home, we'll continue exploring the small daily shifts that can quietly change the way we feel, function, and connect. Until next time, I'm Kellyjo Coney-Khan, and this is Home, your weekly reset.
Place when you slow it down. Throw off the rules like our shoes on the golden ground.